Let's go!
There was a Bedman starter guide. Yeah, you know what? Let's check that out. That's probably the most least engaging character for me in that could be announced for Guilty Gear. If somebody mods in the goddamn Daytona USA car over Bedman, I'm serious. I'll do it. I will give this shit a shot. If somebody puts the Daytona USA car over Bedman, I'll pay for it too. Bedman is probably the least engaging character for me in the entirety of any Guilty Gear thing that you could add to get me like, are you gonna play Bedman? I don't know, dude. But if he's the Daytona car, I might be in. I might want to actually give it a shot. Let's look at how this bed moves. The bed's no longer a man, dude. The man's a bed. Man.
Bedman is a character who generates follow-up attacks at set intervals after using certain special moves. Use this technical characteristic to attack your opponent, leaving no room for them to gain the advantage.
And is also a fucking bed.
6E. When certain special moves are used, Bedman enters Air 6E state. When in Air 6E state, a follow-up attack will occur after a certain amount of time elapses.
Is this dude fucking Kilgore? Really?
The nature of the additional attack depends on the special move used. Air 6E state ends when the opponent's attack is either hit or blocked. Call 4BA. A projectile that flies straight toward the opponent.
Huh.
It homes in on the opponent's position to an extent. After use, Bedman enters Air 6E state, and the follow-up attack produced is a projectile that homes in on the opponent's position to an extent.
Weird.
Call 4B3.
He almost sounds Kilgore-like.
Hit strike with forward movement. It is easy to use in a combo from close standing slash or crouching heavy slash. After use, Bedman enters Air 6E state, and the additional attack produced is a forward-moving multi-hit projectile.
You know what I want? I want modders to just take Soul Bad Guy's bones and rig and then just stick it over Bedman. And I want to see the absolute horror amalgamation that the engine will do to replicate that with this character and this character. Just throw this over there and just see what happens. It's fucking, I'm just really curious to see what the game will do to translate all of the anatomy and bones of one character to the next. He's got bonitis.
Call 4B9. A strike attack in which Bedman uses its broken arm to attack with an explosion. On hit,
oh, that's right. He has a broken arm.
Even if blocked, it will leave the opponent off balance. The attack's timing can be delayed by holding down the heavy slash button, making it useful on both hit or block.
Okay.
After use, Bedman enters Air 6E state.
Okay.
And the follow-up attack generates a forward-moving high-damage projectile.
I see. So from that state, you naturally can set up a combo situation if you land the hit, because the explosive comes out and and the delayed explosive comes out and actually helps you out.
High-damage projectile. Call point 2. Makes additional Air 6E attacks occur immediately. Since the timing of the attack is different from the follow-up attack that occurs automatically over time, use it as a starting point for your offense or as mix-up. Call 1. Delays the timing of the Air 6E attacks. Once the opponent becomes familiar with the timing of the follow-up attacks that occur automatically over time, use Call 1 to shift the timing of those attacks and catch the opponent off guard. Call 13.
So it's all about managing this delayed projectile, and you could change the timing of the delayed projectile with like a state, right? It's a special move that is essentially a state. That's all that's really saying. But like, okay, yeah, when he does stuff, this projectile comes out and blows up. But if you don't want that timing to be the exact same every single time, you can change it. There's a couple of modifiers that allow you to change it.
In C. This move powers up the Air 6E follow-up attacks and Bedman itself. In addition to increasing Bedman's offensive and defensive power,
Dragon install?
hitting an opponent with the enhanced follow-up attack in the corner causes an area shift as if it were an overdrive. Call 13C state ends after a set period of time.
Interesting.
Call 4CC. Bedman sends a massive shockwave forward. Since the startup of this move is invincible, it can be used in combos or to interrupt an opponent's offense. Call 4BA is an easy-to-use projectile that travels at a high velocity and tracks the opponent to an extent. Using it puts you in Air 6E state, granting access to follow-up attacks. Call 4B9 is a powerful strike that does high damage and can knock down the opponent. It has advantage even...
This is definitely some Guilty Gear shit. I tell you, this is some Arc System Works shit. As soon as you start looking at this character moving around, you're just like, oh, okay. All right.
When blocked,
okay.
So use it aggressively.
All
at close
right.
range. When you have tension gauge, it is a good option to enhance Bedman with Call 13C. Take the opponent down with the greatly powered up follow-up attacks from Air 6E state.
I don't understand anything, and I'm
watching.
looking at it. I mean, I get it. I get what they're going for with the character. It's a character that's like built around this gimmick of a delayed projectile that naturally comes out. All I'm saying is that watching this character in motion is about as ludicrous as Bedman was in Guilty Gear Xrd.
Is an easy to
watching this shit in motion,
that travels at a high
because there's a lot
velocity
more to Bedman in Xrd. I barely understand any of it.
Using it puts you in Air 6E.
But this is like epitome
granting access
anime
to follow-up attacks.
Anime fighting game characterism thing, right? Just the most weirdest, bizarre shit that they will turn into a fighting game character somehow. This is the Guilty Gear Strive Arakune. Like, and I feel that might be even more exemplified than it feels than even Xrd Bedman, right? I don't know, because this is a more focused version of Bedman with a different gimmick than Xrd, from what I understand. There is a tank, that is true, but that is a different game. There's a tank in a different game. Arakune feels normal compared to this guy? Nah, you're just used to him. Arakune's been around since like 2008 or some shit. You're just used to him.
Is a powerful strike.
I remember being excited about BlazBlue, and then my arcade got it. That I was playing Street Fighter 4 at Family Fun Arcade got it. They got an arcade board of BlazBlue, the very first version of the game, Calamity Trigger or whatever the heck it was. And I remember looking at it, I'm like, oh, I wonder who I'm going to play in this game. And I saw somebody playing Arakune in the arcade, just completely with other people dumbfounded as fuck, looking at this shit like, what the fuck is that? Just mopping the floor with some people, just literally wiping the fucking floor with everybody that stepped up to that machine. And it was the resounding, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, dude. We're good. I'll go back and play Third Strike. I'm good, man. Marvel 2 is crazy enough for me. That shit is too much. You know, I'm down for crazy shit in fighting games, and that shit scares me. Like, I don't know what the fuck is hitting me. Yeah, I feel like Bedman's the modern day, the 2023 version of Art.